As some of you may know, my husband DC won this mask in a giveaway. This is his first ever XUL mask. However, we're not go with the flow. We're kind of like to be different, and everybody has this mask, right? So we are going to customize it. My husband gave me free range to paint it however I want, and I was like, I don't need to like check with you if I'm gonna like glue something to it. And he's like, nope, do whatever you want, I trust you. I'm like, okay. So we are gonna go for a swamp theme. I am first of all covering up all the red because I just don't like the outline of like the neckline and stuff of red. I'm gonna cover that all up. The plan is to paint it a very swampy color, dull matte colors, and then the brain I'm going to make more vibrant and have more shades of red and depth to it and make it wet looking. And then all these well, they're like stitches, I'm gonna make them metallic staples so that it'll really pop out. And I am debating on if I can find a realistic looking worm at the fish store, like maybe put like a fake fishing lure like in his ear, like coming out or something. Maybe glue some moss on it. We're gonna see. I don't want to go too crazy, so I'm gonna just paint it first and then we'll go from there. So this is my setup. Beautiful view. What a beautiful view. So I got my mask, I got some cardboard to paint on, and I got some very swampy, I'm going to be mixing my own colors here to get more of a paler, just grimy looking color, and then you need some paintbrushes. I highly recommend having some sort of base that you can hold and grab without touching the mask, because not only does it hold the mask up and keep its shape, but then I can move the mask without touching any paint. And let's get started. Okay, I mixed black and this cream so it wouldn't be so harsh of a black. And we mixed them, and then I painted the base color. I covered everything, so this is going to be the first coat, except for the brain. I'm going to leave that. And we are going to be working backwards on the layers. So this is your call. If you're looking for a sign to paint your mask and you're skeptical, this is your sign. Just do it. It can always be painted over if you messed up. It is not a big deal. Like if I see something down here I messed up on, I can touch up. We are going to work backwards on the layers. That means up next, we were going to do the deepest layer possible, the furthest one back from the front, which will be these crevices where all these stitches are. So we're going to be putting red blood in all the little crevices of the stitches or the open wound areas. And that way, if we go outside that crevice, which we will, it'll smear elsewhere. We'll cover it up later. It's not a big deal. So that is what I'm going to do next. Okay, here is the mixed skin texture. The brain is not done yet. But you can see how I kind of can cover up any red that got out of the lines there pretty easily. So how I made this skin texture was I did two opposite shades, this yellow and this like, I don't know, poopy brown. And I dabbed that, I did sections at a time. You can kind of tell there was more of that orangey brown here and then more of the yellow up there. And then I used a medium brown between the two to mix them. So I'll kind of show you guys on the mask how I would do that. So I would tap this out, and then I would put this on a nearby area, right? And I kind of would smear it out more. Then I would use this brown between the two, like that, and just add a little bit at a time until you have what you want. And then you would just keep smearing it until they kind of mix together like an ombre. And if I get too much yellow over here, you just cover it, or you add more of this other color to make it a little bit brighter. And that's how I got this kind of blended look where it looks like two different skin tones, but it's not. Now that most of it is dry, I am going to take this silver Sharpie and color in. These are supposed to be stitches, I believed, where they're stitching the skin together, but I'm going to use them as staples, or make them look like staples, I should say. because that's the look that we're wanting to go for. Alrighty, staples are done. Next, we're going to make this look more goopy. We're going to go in with 2 different shades of red and some pus-looking color. I don't know what you'd call that, but it does look like pus. Let's get into it. Okay, it is dry. This is a gloss that I put on here so that it looks wet. I love how this coloring came out, where it kind of looks dirty in the creases. I talked about depth and different layers before, and I don't know if the camera's showing, but there's black inside the creases, and then we did the red, and then we did the brown. So we're working outward. I got some moss here, and we're gonna glue this on different areas, probably to cover up some of these lines here, maybe the ears, and then we'll just build it up. And when we get all done, we'll add the clear coat to give that a wet look as well. So I am adding a combination of these 2 glues to the areas I want moss, and then I'm literally taking it and I'm crumbling it over here until I get the consistency I want, and I'm getting different shades of the green that I want, and then I'm coming over and just sprinkling it on and kind of building it up. This will need to dry on its side like this. I'll only be able to do half of the mask at a time, and then I will come through and Mod Podge over it. In case you guys are wondering how I got the wet look, it is Mod Podge. And this makes it look very wet. Here is the mask after I put this Mod Podge on. And try to keep this out of the sun if you can. But I'm just kind of dabbing and making sure that I get down into the deeper levels, and then I'm taking and I'm fanning out the sides so it's not like a huge difference between the layers. This stuff will go on white, but rest assured when it is dry, it will be clear. If it is not clear, it is not dry, and do not move it, put your mask on, etc. Just trying to make sure I get all these deep layers here. And some of the stuff is sticking up. That's okay. That adds depth to it. The mask is done. I have it on a mannequin here just to show you. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly show it. I'm so proud of this. I cannot believe that, like, when I look at this, even I'm like, wow, I did that? So I definitely encourage, like, don't be scared to paint your mask. Like, just do it. You know what I mean? What's the worst that happens? You make a mistake and paint over it? So here it is. I think my favorite thing is how this brain turned out. I absolutely love how gooey and just like thick and gunky that all looks. And like the wetness, I absolutely love that look. So, and then the stitching I turned into staples. So, I don't know if it needs more moss or you guys think it looks good just the way it is. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And also, let me know what you would like to see next. Because now that I've painted a mask, I'm hooked. I'm already thinking of like 5 other projects I want to do. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.